A glass of sparkling water crashed to the floor in the galley as Evelyn Thompson stared at three young black girls taking seats 1A, 1B, and 1C in first class. Her 22 years as Horizon Airlines lead flight attendant had never equipped her for this instant, when her deep-seated bias would unravel her entire world. "Those kids have no place here," she muttered to her coworker, completely oblivious that the airline president's daughters had just stepped aboard her plane. What unfolded next became the biggest airline controversy ever captured on video, ending one woman's long career in an instant, while turning three preteens into global icons of poise and strength. The early light cast warm glows over the runway at Atlanta International Airport as Flight HC-512 geared up for its trip from Georgia to San Francisco. It was meant to be a standard coast-to-coast run on this cool November day, the type Evelyn Thompson had managed countless times during her over 2 decades with Horizon Airlines. But destiny had a different script, one that would flip this regular Wednesday into the ultimate catastrophe for Evelyn's existence. Evelyn positioned herself at the entry point, her outfit impeccably ironed, her dark hair tied in the standard knot she'd sported for 22 years. At 49, she saw herself as the protector of elite cabin norms, the enforcer of an implicit rule about who fit in those luxury recliners and who didn't. Her teammates often teased that Evelyn could identify a true premium traveler from blocks away, something in their stride, she'd claim, the manner they held themselves with that clear sense of entitlement. Then she noticed them, 3 young black girls, barely 11 or 12, striding along the boarding tube with an assurance that instantly grated on Evelyn's nerves. They stepped in flawless harmony, obviously siblings, no, identical triplets. Each sported high-end outfits that Evelyn's trained sight pegged as genuine, not the fakes she frequently called out. One in a pale Gucci blazer, another in a crimson Dior gown, the third in a charcoal Prada set. "Hold on." Evelyn's tone sliced through the entry alerts like a knife. "Let me check your tickets." The girl in the center, clad in the Dior gown, gazed up with eyes showing zero fear. "Sure thing," she replied, her speech hinting at top-tier academies and speech training. She passed over 3 premium tickets. Evelyn inspected them with the focus of a detective hunting counterfeits. Seats 1A, 1B, 1C. The top-tier positions on the jet, typically held for Horizon's elite clients. Her hands shook faintly as she rechecked the tickets, convinced of an error. "Where are your guardians?" Evelyn inquired, her courteous smirk failing to warm her gaze. "They're not joining us this trip," the girl on the right answered. She carried the Gucci blazer like someone raised in luxury from infancy. "We're flying solo. We're cleared as independent juveniles," the third girl chimed in, producing a binder of papers. "All details are handled per airline rules." Evelyn grabbed the binder, leafing through it with rising urgency. All was correct. The youth forms, the approvals, the contacts. But this setup twisted her gut. It wasn't proper. It couldn't be. "I'll have to confirm this with my boss," Evelyn stated, clutching their tickets. "No problem." The middle girl, Maya per her ticket, answered with a calm grin. "We'll stay put." Evelyn dashed to the counter phone, dialing the shift lead. Behind her, the queue lengthened. Other flyers started grumbling about the holdup. "Sam, it's Evelyn at gate 27. Got an issue. 3 young inner-city kids saying they have premium spots, unsupervised." "Yeah, I verified the tickets. I get it, but..." "Sam, they're in the elite section, Ms. Whitaker's area, the Johnsons' area. You catch my drift." A lengthy silence followed. "Evelyn, if their papers check out, board them. Policy is policy." "But Sam..." "No excuses, Evelyn. Get them on. We're already delayed by 7 minutes." Evelyn slammed the receiver, her teeth grinding so hard a migraine brewed. She spun back to the 3 girls, who hadn't budged, showing no sign of unease or shame, despite the expanding crowd of onlookers. As they boarded the craft, Evelyn's partner, Lisa, a fresher attendant with red hair and a keen attitude, welcomed them cheerfully. "Hi there. Wow, you 3 are stunning triplets." "Yes, miss." The one with twists responded with a sunny smile. "I'm Maya, this is Kira, and that's Zoe." Evelyn observed this with mounting annoyance. Lisa was fresh, just 8 months in. She didn't get the system, didn't grasp the fragile balance of premium that Evelyn had nurtured for over 2 decades. Lisa, Evelyn cut in harshly. I'll manage the elite cabin. You handle coach entry. Evelyn eyed as the girls got comfortable in their spots, the 3 prime locations on the plane, with added space and direct walkway. Maya drew out a leather notebook and a fancy pen. Kira linked her premium earbuds to the media setup. Zoe flipped open what looked like a complex science manual. All about them shouted wealth and learning, yet Evelyn's brain couldn't match what she witnessed with her convictions. She neared them once more, her voice syrupy with fake worry. Kids, I must re-verify something. These spots cost a fortune. Sure, no error? Maybe you belong in coach. It occurs often. Kira glanced up from her notebook, her look one of slight interest rather than hurt. No error, miss. These are our spots. But the price isn't an issue? Zoe jumped in smoothly. Appreciate the concern, though. Evelyn's cheeks reddened. The rebuff was courteous but solid, given with the command she typically heard only from magnates and lawmakers. From an 11-year-old, it was unbearable. When Zoe requested a cup of apple cider, Evelyn delivered it in a disposable mug rather than the fine stemware for premium guests. Sorry, Zoe said kindly, but premium drinks usually come in crystal. Evelyn's grin was strained. Rules for use. Odd, Maya noted, not lifting her gaze from her notebook. The solo kid in 2A last month got crystal. I recall since he dropped it. As entry went on, Evelyn's obsession with the triplets grew. She nudged Kira's chair 4 times while walking by. She boldly remarked to another flyer about how certain folks ignored premium's exclusivity. The girls, meanwhile, appeared totally unfazed. They showed a calm under fire that would impress veteran negotiators. When Evelyn, unintentionally, dripped a bit of soda on Maya's notebook, Maya just wiped it and kept writing. When Evelyn suggested their outfits could be fake, Zoe actually chuckled, a clear, real laugh that seemed to enrage Evelyn further. Something amusing? Evelyn barked, dropping her service facade completely. Oh, pardon, Zoe said, her tone genuine. I just recalled what my dad once mentioned. He said folks who doubt others' genuineness are often battling their own. The phrase lingered like a verdict. Multiple close passengers had halted their chats to observe the developing scene. One was Victoria Hale, a Horizon Executive Council member, though she flew undercover to monitor ops. Also observing was Derek Lee, an independent writer who'd been chronicling his journeys for a well-known site. His device was already capturing. As the last flyers boarded, pilot James Harlan gave his pre-departure speech. Evelyn scarcely registered him. Her full attention stayed on the 3 girls who dared invade her territory. I need your papers again, she declared loudly, making sure every premium guest could hear. Some inconsistencies to clear up. Inconsistencies? Maya asked steadily, though a hint of sharpness entered her tone. Like what? The signs on these docs, Evelyn said, fluttering the sheets she'd already scrutinized 4 times. They seem dubious. Dubious how? Kira questioned, stopping her movie. They just are. I've seen plenty of fakes over the years. Zoe shut her science manual with a sharp close. Miss, are you claiming we're using fake papers? The cabin quieted fully. Every premium flyer was now blatantly watching the clash. I'm merely fulfilling my role, Evelyn answered, but her voice had gained a protective edge. Safeguarding premium's quality. Quality? Maya echoed the term gradually, as if testing it. That's a curious pick. Ms. Whitaker cleared her throat. Pardon, Evelyn, but these young women have been model flyers. Maybe we can all relax for the trip. Evelyn spun toward her. Ms. Whitaker, respectfully, you don't grasp the whole picture. Then please. Victoria Hale chimed in from C3B, her tone holding boardroom clout. Share it. What exactly is the picture? The picture. Evelyn started, her volume increasing. is we have 3 unsupervised kids in our elite cabin who obviously. She halted, some final instinct for survival activating. Who obviously what? Zoe urged, her young voice firm and defiant. Please complete your thought. The jet ascended, rising to 36,000 feet, and Evelyn simmered in her resentment and outrage. 30 minutes into the trip, once belts were free, Evelyn attacked again. What drinks for you kids? She asked, her pitch implying she anticipated something wrong. It's odd. 3 young girls alone in such pricey spots. Most parents would worry about risks. Our security is handled, Kira stated plainly. Evelyn bent closer, dropping her volume to a murmur still heard by neighbors. Listen, kids, I don't know what scheme you're running, but… Scheme? Zoe cut in, her voice ringing through the cabin. What scheme exactly? You know my meaning. No, Maya said, rising gradually. We don't. Maybe explain to everyone. The dare was clear. Every flyer and premium was now fixed on the scene, many with devices subtly aimed at it. Evelyn sensed the trap closing, but her ego and bigotry refused retreat. I mean 3 young black girls. She paused, the words dangling like an admission. Please, Kira said gently. Go on. 3 young black girls. What? Evelyn's face flushed a deep crimson. You're distorting my statements. We're quoting your statements. Zoe fixed. Big difference. Victoria Hale rose, her look stormy. Enough. Evelyn, right? I need your manager now. That's a heavy charge. Evelyn stammered. It's not a charge. Derek Lee spoke, raising his device. It's recorded truth. I have it all on film. Evelyn's eyes bulged in terror. You can't film without approval. Actually, Zoe added, in a public area like a jet cabin with no privacy expectation, filming is totally legal. We covered this in social studies. The cabin broke into uneasy chuckles. The 11-year-old had just educated the attendant on law. Sit, she ordered, jabbing at Maya. All of you, sit immediately. We're flyers on this route. Maya replied calmly. You can't command us to sit unless safety's at stake. Is safety at stake? You're creating a scene. We're answering your harassment. Kira amended. Huge difference. In spots you shouldn't be in. The facade had crumbled fully. Evelyn's real views were now exposed for all. And why not? Maya asked softly. Why shouldn't we be in these spots? Evelyn's mouth gaped, then shut, realizing she'd stepped into her own snare. No response she could offer wouldn't verify what all knew, that her issue with these girls started and stopped with their skin tone. The jet touched down in San Francisco, far off schedule. Maya Johnson, her sisters Kira and Zoe, along with their assistant Danielle Brooks, left the terminal, the weight of the day's turmoil still pressing on them. Victoria Hale rushed to join them outside. You're not safe yet, she murmured. Novajet has spies all over. They're not finished. She slipped a data stick into Marcus's palm. This holds proof, messages, transfers, plots to ruin firms like yours. I've collected it over months. Marcus eyed her. What's your stake here? Victoria's face grew stern. I've seen countless gifted individuals crushed due to their origins. This ends today. They arrived at the hotel, but Maya couldn't rest. Her thoughts swirled around the Apex funding presentation, now mere hours away. She rose at 4 a.m. Scanning her documents on LearnBoost's fresh updates. Options like sound-based sessions for students in distant spots. Apex Funding's offices towered in central San Francisco. Maya stepped into the conference room, confronting 16 directors, their looks mixing intrigue and doubt. She began her talk, her speech firm despite her quick heartbeat. LearnBoost's novel elements, tailored for use with sight and sound issues, sparked whispers of approval. In the middle, a panelist, Edward Grant, broke in. Reports mentioned safety concerns linked to your group. Explain? Maya stayed steady. A phony warning on our trip. FBI dismissed it quickly. They're probing the source. The session ended after 2 hours. The head, Elena Kim, rose. We'll confer. Step outside. 40 minutes on, Elena invited them back. We're backing LearnBoost's international growth, plus more for those inclusion features. Your goal matches ours. Relief surged like a flood. Victoria locked eyes with Marcus, her minor grin affirming her part in clinching it. As they departed, Maya's device alerted. Novijet's leaders faced FBI review, connected to an informant's files, Victoria's. The next day, Maya received an unexpected call to address a San Francisco Innovation Forum. She mounted the platform before 400 attendees, programmers, instructors, and budding business owners. She performed a real-time showcase of LearnBoost's trial. A 12-year-old boy queried, "How do you cope with folks claiming you're too young?" Maya's grin was kind. "Tune out the doubt. Produce outcomes they can't dismiss." The group cheered. Marcus, from the side, swelled with satisfaction. Back in Atlanta the following week, Maya plunged into growth strategies. Sessions piled with fresh allies, all excited about her Apex agreement. But hints of Novijet's counterattacks emerged, nameless risks to their networks. Maya set a media event, prepared to reveal her account publicly. The event attracted throngs. Maya positioned at the stand, lights flashing. "Novijet aimed to halt us," she declared. "But we're tougher." Online platforms ignited, tags trending, backing flooding from diverse tech pioneers. Months later, Novijet's hearing started. Maya gave evidence, her tone unwavering in the courtroom. Victoria's proof locked cases. Verdicts ensued, rattling the sector. Maya's firm skyrocketed, LearnBoost in myriad additional institutions. At a home meal, Marcus lifted a drink. "To you." Maya's smile shone. "To everyone." But a fresh warning hit her device, another competitor rising. The battle persisted.